Hi, it's Candace McKim, Yogini's Guide. I am the author of Yogini's Guide to Intuition Oracle Cards and Yogini's Guide Intuition is a Choice book. And so I'm going to give you a card reading, an oracle card reading from my deck for this week, July 25th to 31st. And so I just came home from another fabulous weekend of kayaking and camping, and we ran into a little bit of rough water yesterday. And today I was reflecting on that and how I handled it. And so this is, if you're in a little bit of rough water, going through a bit of a hard time, this card reading is for you. So I've given them a good shuffle, and the first card I'm choosing is Forward Bend, Spiritual Shift and Reflection. And so this card is in the body placement. And so interesting, while I was kayaking, what did I do in my body? How did my body react when the wind started picking up, the waves started getting bigger, there were some white caps. What did I do? I tilted my head a little bit because I had a hat on and I didn't want the wind to blow my hat off. I sat up a little bit taller and I engaged my core and I maintained my form. And so, this is really about this. If you're in a bit of rough water, maintain your practice. Get into what feels good for your body so that you can cope. So, of course, good sleep, good diet, daily exercise are all really great things to help you to maintain what's happening physically while you're going through a rough time. All right, so that's the body card. The mind card is bliss, trust, and synchronicity. And so while I was kayaking, I had to kind of go into what's going on in my mind. Where's my mind going? And so I had to remind myself, there's enough. That was one of the first things I did. There is enough energy. I have enough strength to get across the lake. I have enough experience to get across the lake. And then what happened is I went into gratitude. I was thankful for such a good boat, my paddle. I was really thankful I wore my wetsuit. So that's what this one is about, is for the mind, is where's your mind going, and to trust. And then the third card is Ardhachandrasana, half moon. And this is a way of changing your perspective. How can you look at things in a different way? And then this is in the spiritual placement. So how can you look at this? And I'll tell you how we looked at this. Is I was kayaking with my husband, Darren, and my son, Jenkins. And I kept trying to stay close to them because I was a little bit nervous. And so, but really the truth is that the waves and the wind were in control. And so I had to kind of trust that I was going to be guided where I needed to go. And then also changing your perspective is, when we got to shore, they loved it. Darren and Jenkins were like, awesome, that was so great. I'm like, oh yeah, we made it. And they're like, that was the best. And even today when we went kayaking, oh yeah, they were going out into the water, trying to find the wind and the waves. So they definitely had a different perspective than I did on that experience. So if you're in rough waters, by all means, you can book a session with me for your own private session. I think I have some openings the first 2 weeks in August. There should be a few spaces available. Anyways, have an awesome week. Talk to you next week. Namaste. Love you.